Here we go. In my last episode, episode 1 of season 1, we explored the journey of journalist Chris Solovich, who flew down to Jamaica to interview Bob Marley. After a brief introduction, both Bob and Chris headed out to Guncourt Prison. It was there where Bob engaged with the guards and advocated for the retrial of a Michael Bernard with the warden. Despite the discussion not leading to a retrial, Bob's visit left a profound impact on Michael Bernard, assuring him that he was not forgotten. There is a surprising end to the story, so be sure to check out the video. Season 1, Episode 1. I'll provide a link for you somewhere on the screen. I don't know where. In this episode, Episode 2 of Season 1, I'm going to take a brief look into the history of Bob Marley's home, the island of Jamaica. I feel that it would be best for us to start from the beginning and to work our way from there. But before we begin, I have to tell you, I'm no historian. I will not hit on every historical point in Jamaica's history. You may even find that something that I may have said is historically off. If that's the case, just let me know in the comments section and leave a source. Okay, so here we go. You know, it's believed that some of the earliest settlers in Jamaica lived on the eastern coast of the island. People known as the Redwar settled on the island around 600 AD. They were named the Redwar peoples because of the red clay pottery that was discovered by archaeologists. The Redwar peoples were soon followed by the Arawaks. They settled on the island some 200 years later, around 800 AD. They are the ones that named the island Jamaica. I hope that's how you pronounce the Arawaks. I hope so. I know.
Next thing again, the history of Jamaica shows that the Arawak Indian was living there and it belonged to the Arawak Indian. Now, our history shows that through slave business, black people come out of the western thing, you know? So we still figure say Africa is a root.
The Arawaks people originated from South America. They were a peaceful brown-skinned people that lived off the land and fished just off the coast of the island. They were highly skilled in pottery, woodworking, and stone cutting. At their peak, the population grew to about 60,000. Some 600 years later, another historical event happened on the island. It was May 5th, 1494, when Christopher Columbus discovered the island, and from this day forward, the island would never be the same. In a matter of no time, the Spanish moved in and used the beautiful island of Jamaica as a military base. The town of Sevilla La Novo became the first settled area for European immigrants. Struck by the beauty of Anne's Bay, Christopher Columbus initially named it Santa Gloria. However, the Spanish later changed its name to Santa Anne due to its captivating beauty. The initial contact of Europeans to the island brought with it the introduction of foreign diseases, which had devastating consequences. In addition to facing these new threats, the Arawaks were also subjected to enslavement by the Spaniards. Those who survived the diseases and Spanish aggression sought refuge in the mountains where they joined the Maroons. The Maroons were essentially runaway slaves who established their communities in the mountainous regions of Jamaica. Due to the decline in Arawaks population in Jamaica, the Spaniards started bringing over African slaves to the island by the end of the 17th century. This marked a significant shift in the island's population and labor force. It was about this time that the Spaniards changed the name of the island from Jamaica to the current name Jamaica. This shift in demographics coincided with the onset of the triangular slave trade, a historical trade system spanning the 16th to the 19th century. This trade system involved the transportation of enslaved Africans to the Americas, where they were traded for valuable raw materials. These materials were then sent back to Europe, playing a pivotal role in the economies of the involved regions. The triangular slave trade, while economically significant, had a dark and painful side. It inflicted an immense suffering on enslaved Africans and played a significant role in shaping the economic landscape of Europe, Africa, and the Americas. In May of 1655, some 160 years after Spanish rule, the English defeated the Spaniards and conquered the capital city of Spanish Town. The British increased the European population on the island by bringing prisoners of war. Not only prisoners of war, but many African slaves. In fact, they brought over so many African slaves to the island that they outnumbered the Europeans 5-1. By the end of the 18th century, some 300,000 African slaves were sent to Jamaica. But life wasn't easy for the Brits, as the Maroons were a constant thorn in their side. Besides being masters of their own terrain, the Maroons were very skilled at war. Even the mighty British Army was no match for them. Eventually, the British government was forced to seek a peace treaty with them. After becoming Jamaica's first capital, Sevilla La Nova faced numerous challenges. I hope that's how you pronounce it. These challenges came by the indigenous peoples known as the Tainos and the destructive power and force of hurricanes. As a result, the capital was moved to Spanish Town in 1534, while St. Anne's Bay was gradually transitioned into a bustling port town. By the 1870s, the capital of Jamaica was finally moved from Spanish Town to Kingston. During the era of plantation agriculture, St. Anne's Bay thrived as a center for sugar production. Plantations were established in the surrounding areas, utilizing enslaved labor to cultivate and process sugarcane. The town became a crucial hub for trade, with ships arriving to transport sugar, rum, and other commodities to a European market. Over the centuries, St. Anne's Bay experienced shifts in its economic focus into a prominent fishing port where local fishermen supplied fresh seafood to the island's inhabitants. Today, St. Anne's Bay retained its historical significance and is recognized for its cultural heritage. Its beautiful coastline and how close it is to popular tourist destinations like Dunn's River Falls and Ocho Rios. The town's rich history as a former capital, a sugar producer, a fishing port, and a trading hub contributes to its allure and charm. St. Anne's has produced some of Jamaica's finest artists. People like Shalvaranks, Busy Signal, Burning Spear, Marcus Garvey, and let's not forget, of course, the man, the legend, Robert Nesta Marley. Even though Marcus Garvey was not an artist, he was a force to be reckoned with. This is the man that Bob sang about. I'll never forget, no way, they crucified Jesus Christ. I'll never forget, no way, they sold Marcus Garvey for rice. And finally, one of the most important days in Jamaican history, besides Bob's. Second most important day in Jamaican history was its independence from the British on August 6, 1962. Well, there you have it. A quick historical overview of the origins of Jamaica. I don't want to go too deep. You can go on forever. Next thing you know, I've got a 20-minute video and people are zoning out. So if you want me to go deeper, let me know in the comment section. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing to this channel and giving it a thumbs up. And it would be great if you were involved in any Bob Marley fan pages, Facebook pages. If you could share these videos with them and let them know the kind of content that I'm pushing out, that would be great. Don't forget to follow me on my socials. The links are here somewhere, down there. Hey, look, if you think I got something wrong, some information wrong, just let me know in the comment section, but leave a source, please. Remember to take care of yourselves, show kindness to others, and live in peace with those around you. Until next time, stay well.